Madison Keys admitted she felt overwhelmed by nerves as she opened the defense of her Australian Open title, describing herself as too cautious before finding the belief that once again carried her through on Rod Laver Arena. The American arrived in Melbourne with the weight of expectation, and it showed early as her timing wavered and her confidence faltered under the spotlight. The ninth seed dropped the opening games quickly, her footwork hesitant and her decisions uncertain. She later explained that she was second-guessing herself, reacting instead of committing to her instincts. That lack of clarity slowed her movement and allowed her opponent to take control, while the crowd sensed the tension in every rally. Across the net, Oleksandra Oliynykova played with freedom. Competing in her first Grand Slam main draw, the Ukrainian showed no sign of intimidation, absorbing the moment and striking cleanly from the baseline. She punished Keys' early mistakes, broke serve twice, and surged ahead with confidence that suggested she belonged on the biggest stage. Keys eventually steadied herself, tightening her serve and cutting down on errors. As the rallies grew longer, her experience began to show. She clawed her way back into the set, relying on depth and patience rather than power, and forced a tiebreak after an emotional swing in momentum. Even then, the nerves returned. Keys fell behind again and faced multiple set points, but this time she refused to retreat. A fearless cross-court winner turned the tide, and with it came a visible release of pressure. The set slipped into her grasp, and the match shifted completely. From that moment, Keys looked like a defending champion. She broke early in the next set, moved with purpose, and dictated play with authority. The hesitation vanished, replaced by conviction on every swing. What had begun as a struggle ended in control, as she closed out the contest with growing confidence and calm. Afterward, Keys spoke honestly about the emotional challenge of returning as champion. She described the past year as a long build-up to that walk back onto center court, acknowledging both the nerves and the privilege of the moment. A conversation with former champion Lindsay Davenport helped put it in perspective, reminding her how rare it is to defend a major title. For Keys, the win was about more than advancing. It was proof that she could manage the pressure, adapt under fire, and rediscover belief when it mattered most. The journey may have started shakily, but it ended with reassurance that her title defense is alive, fueled by resilience, experience, and a renewed trust in herself.